moving on to issue number 29, which is the Frozen Snowflake Granny Square. This one's different to the Frozen Granny Square that we've done before in a previous issue. There's lots of colour changes in this one, as you can see from the yarn in front of me, but there is also a mistake. So the instructions say yarn C is aqua and yarn D is aqua green. I know they have corrected this in a later issue. I haven't received a copy of this pattern yet, so I've just gone by what everyone else has done in the groups, and I've switched over yarn C for this one here, which is our cyan. So I'll be using yarn A as white, yarn B ice blue, yarn C, which is, they say, is the aqua, I've gone for the cyan, yarn D the aqua green, and yarn E is our dark teal. So we're starting off with the white, and we're starting off with a slip knot on our hook. So I've got my slip knot on my hook, and we want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once we've done that, we're joining with a slip stitch in our first chain. So you can count back your 4 stitches and into your first one, pull a loop through, and then pull it straight through that first loop that's already on your hook. For round 1, we're chaining 2. 1 and 2. We then want to do a treble into the centre of the ring. So yarn over, pull each side apart to find your centre and go in through the middle. Pull up a loop so you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and you've done your treble. We then want to chain 2. 1 and 2. After that, we are going to treble 2 together. So yarn over and into the centre of the ring and pull up a loop so you've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We then want to yarn over, in through the centre again, pull up a loop so we've got 4 on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. We're then going to chain 2. 1 and 2. We've done that once, we need to do it 7 times. So yarn over into the centre and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3 and chain 2. 1, 2. Yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 2. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3. Yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 2. So there's 4. Yarn over into your centre and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over into the centre, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 2. Yarn over into the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into your centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 2. We should have one more to go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember not to count those first 2 because that was the 2 chains and the treble that we did. So we need the 2 chains which are here and the treble, and then there should be 7 more of those petals or clusters around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need to do one more. So yarn over into the centre and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over into the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 2. We then want to join with a slip stitch into the first 2 chain space, which says the top of the first treble. So the first 2 chain space is that gap that we've got there, but that is not the top of the first treble. Why does this not make any sense as always? Anyway, we're going in through that gap, pulling through a loop and pulling it straight through. And you can then fasten that one off, and we are joining yarn B to any 2 chain space, which is the ice blue. So I need to join my ice blue to any of the 2 chain spaces, doesn't matter which one. So I'll pull that one through, then I'm just going to knot it. And that one is attached. I'll put my yarn through and pull up a loop. So we've got the ice blue on there now. We'll chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we want to do 2 trebles into that same space. So yarn over and into your space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's your first treble, and we need to do 1 more. So yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We then want to do 3 trebles into each of the next 7 spaces. So yarn over and into your next space, pull through 2, and the next one, pull through 2, pull through 2, and the same into the same space, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and now we move on to the next space, pull through 2, pull through 2, there's 1, and my second treble, and here is my third. Into your next space, there's 1, and the next one, there's 2, and then 3. In your next space, 1, 2, 3, and in the next, 1, 2, 3, into your next space. Oh, I dropped that one. Let's try that again. 1, 2, and 3. And we should now be at our last space. So I've gone into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces so far, and this is my 7th. So there's 1 treble, 2 treble, and 3. We then want to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So our 3 chains here, we're going to the 3rd, pull your loop through and pull it straight through, and you can now fasten that one off. And we want to join yarn C, which they say is aqua, but we're using the cyan, to any space between the 3 trebles. So you can go into that space, you've got your 3 trebles there, so we can go into that space, any of the spaces between those cluster of stitches that we've done. So my cyan is attached and on my hook, and this is round 3. So we're chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we want to do 2 trebles into the same space. So yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. yarn over into your same space, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2. We then want to do 3 trebles into the next space, so yarn over and into the next, pull through 2, pull through 2, and the second treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, and my third treble, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So you can see we've got a circle going on at the moment, and we obviously need to change this to a square, and that's what we're doing in this round. So the pattern will begin to change here. So in the next gap we want to do 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. So yarn over into your next space, there's 1, and my next treble, there's 2 and 3. I'm then chaining 2, 1 and 2, and 3 more trebles into the same space. 1, 2 and 3. We're then doing 3 trebles into the next space. 1, 2 and 3, and now we want to do another corner. So in the next space it's 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. So there's my second treble. Oh, came off my hook. There we go. And now my third. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and then another 3 trebles into the same space. 1, 2 and 3. We now need to repeat that again, so 3 trebles into your next space. 1, 2 and 3, and then you've guessed it, into the next space is 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. So there's 1, 2 and 3. Then there's 2 chains, 1 and 2, 3 more trebles, 1, 2 and 3, 3 trebles into your next space. Just get that yarn out of the way. So 1, 2 and 3, and now we're back at our first corner. So we want to do 3 trebles into that space. 1, 2 and 3. We're then going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and now we're joining with a slip stitch into our third chain. We can now fasten that one off, and we're going to join yarn B, which is the ice blue which we used in the last round, to any of the corner spaces. So I've joined yarn B, the ice blue again, and we're chaining 3. 1, 2 and 3. We want to do 2 trebles into that same space. So yarn over and into the corner, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and 1 more treble. We then want to do 3 trebles into each of the next 2 spaces. So 1, 2 and 3, and repeat the same into the next space. 1, 2 and 3. We're now at the first corner. We're doing 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 more trebles into that same space. 1, 2 and 3. If you carry on with that going around, 3 trebles into each of the spaces and 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles into the corner. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I've done my last cluster in my last space and I've come to the last corner. So we're doing 3 chains, we're not at all, we're doing 3 trebles into the corner. 1, 2 and 3. We're then chaining 2, 1 and 2, and then we're slip stitching to, guess what, the 3rd chain. And each round now from now on is just going to repeat itself. So we're changing now to, let me have a look, yarn D, which is the aqua green, joining it to any space. And we're literally going to be doing 3 trebles, 3 trebles, 3 trebles in the corner, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. But I will do run row with you. I'm going to attach my aqua green now and we can go on with that one. So as I said, it's now just a continuation of what we've done until we reach the border. So I've got my yarn on my hook and we want to chain 3. And then we're doing 2 trebles into that space. 1, and 2, 3 trebles into each of the next spaces. 1, 2 and 3, then 1, 2 and 3, and then 1, 2 and 3. First corner, same as before, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and another 3 trebles. 1, 2 and 3. So continue with that around. 3 trebles in the spaces, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles in the corners, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at my last corner, so yarn over, and we're doing 3 trebles into the corner space. 1, 2 and 3, 2 chains, 1 and 2, and then slip stitch into your 3rd chain, fasten that one off, and move on to yarn E, the dark teal, and again fasten that to any corner space. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 trebles into your corner space, 1 and 2, 3 trebles into each of the spaces, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Our first corner, just like all the other corners, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3, 2 chains, and 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3. Carry on, 3 trebles in each space, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles in the corners, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at my last corner, so I'm doing 3 trebles into the space, 1, 2, and 3. I'm then chaining 2, 1 and 2, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain. We've got one more row to go before we add the border, so we want to join yarn C, which is the cyan, back to this one here, and join it to any corner space. So we're just repeating the same thing again. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 trebles into your corner space, 1 and 2, and now 3 trebles into each of your spaces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then in your corner, same as before, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, 2 and 3, 2 chains, 1, 2, and then 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3. So carry on with that, going around, which is just a repeat of the last several rows again, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So for our last corner, 3 trebles into the corner space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and now slip stitch into your third chain, and you can now fasten that one off. So here is the square complete before we add the border. Now, I don't know about yours, but mine is quite a large square. It's already the same size as the squares that we've already done with their borders on. So for that reason, I am going to be doing a smaller stitch with less height for my border to make sure that my square ends up roughly the same size as the other squares that I've got, because if we use the same stitch that Hachette do in the magazine, then it's obviously going to be a lot bigger than the other squares that we've already done. I will show you how to do both though, just in case your square is on the smaller side. So we need to get our white and attach it to any corner space. So I'm going to show you first of all how to do the pattern in the book if you've got a slightly smaller square. So what we want to do is chain 2, and then we're doing a half treble into the corner space. So you'd yarn over into the corner and pull up a loop, so you've got 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through 3. You would then continue to do a half treble into each stitch going along. Now, because I've given you most of the pattern in this video, I'm not going to tell you exactly how many stitches there should be because of copyright, but you just need to continue that along and your magazine will tell you how many stitches there should be by the time you reach the corner. When you reach the corner, it's 2 half trebles, 2 chains, 2 half trebles. For those that have got a big square like mine, I'm going to do a double crochet instead. So let's get my yarn on my hook. So for a double crochet, we just chain 1, and then we do 1 into the corner space. So pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both, and then we do a double crochet into each of the stitches along. But like I said, I'm not going to continue the video going all the way along, otherwise you'll be able to count how many stitches I've done. I'll get to the corner and I'll show you what to do there. So I'm at the corner. If you are doing the taller stitch, the half treble, you would yarn over into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3, and then you do a second one into that corner space, and then you chain 2 and yarn over again, and then you do 2 more half trebles into the corner, and then carry on with your half trebles into each stitch. For those like me with the larger square that are doing the shorter stitch, the double crochet, now I've come to the corner, you want to do 2 double crochets into that space, and then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets into that space before continuing along. So I'm going to keep going off camera. Remember, if you're doing the taller stitch, it's a half double crochet in each stitch and 2 half double crochets, 2 chains, 2 half double crochets in the corners. For those doing the shorter stitch of the double crochet, it's a double crochet in each stitch along, plus 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets at the corner. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I've reached the last corner. For those doing the half double crochets, yarn over and into your corner space. You want to do 2 half trebles and then 2 chains, and you would join with a slip stitch into your second chain. For those doing the shorter stitch, it's 2 double crochets into the corner, so 1 and 2, and then chain 2, and then you fasten off with a slip stitch into your first chain. You can now fasten that one off. And there you have it. There is your finished Frozen Snowflake Granny Square from issue 29. If you've enjoyed this one, as always, leave me a like and a comment down below if you'd like to. And also, if you subscribe to the videos, you'll get a notification for when the next one is posted. So I will see you for issue 30. See you then.